Nowadays, Fortnite has basically become its own multiverse. There's so many different characters from so many different games, movies, shows, and really everything. And I'm personally a big fan of this. I know a lot of people dislike it, but I think there are some times where Epic kind of fails with these, because I feel like if you're going to bring a collab into the game, it should impact the actual game in some way instead of just bringing a skin in. It makes the game feel a lot more special and more like an event when you add something to the gameplay to shake it up. Especially the gaming collabs, they never put anything in the game for them. But really just overall, they don't do it a lot, which kind of sucks, because if they brought back Will Smith, they could easily give him a mythic with his hand. All jokes aside, in this video I wanted to go over some of the best gameplay collabs we've gotten in the entirety of Fortnite. So I'm not just going to be talking about collabs that came in the item shop and left. I will still talk about the skins of the collabs I'm going to bring up, but if they didn't really have anything to do with the gameplay, I'm not going to talk about them. But I do feel these gameplay collab updates are some of the peak of this game, so sit back and enjoy looking at these peak times of Fortnite. Now, the recent TMNT collab is the reason I'm making this video, so I thought I'd do it justice by putting it first. And as I'm recording this collab has been out for 2 days, and I already consider it to be one of my favorite collabs of all time. I'm already a really big Ninja Turtle fan, and when they first announced that the skins were coming, I was super happy, but then I was kind of sad that we didn't get anything in the game for them. But then Epic came back with this shit, bro, and it's one of the most insane updates we've ever gotten. I mean, I can literally watch Shredder do a whole boogie down challenge with Splinter in the lair. Alright, I'll do it myself. Come on, beat me up, bro. Okay, yo, doing way too much damage, scares me. First, the Ninja Turtle skins look so good. Shredder looks super good. Even Splinter looks super good. They did April really well too. But they didn't just give us skins like I said. They added 4 new mythics, the hoverboard back, and the pizza party. Now these mythics are fucking insane. They're really good for mobility, they're super fun to fight with, and really, I haven't used a gun in the past 2 days. If you've watched my channel before, you know how much I love the web shooters and Wolverine's claws, but Leo's katanas might take the place for my favorite mythic in this game. I can explain to you how fun it is to fly over to someone with these mythics and then just start chopping them up. Or I guess you're using the other ones, you're beating them up, but you know what I mean. And like I said, we got the hoverboards back, which I have so much fun with. I still like the motorcycles better, but the hoverboards are really fun to use. And of course the pizza party, which I mean isn't crazy, but it's just cool to have. And a nice little nod to the Ninja Turtles, and we also got a small little POI for them. It would be cool to get a Shredder POI, but they already outdid themselves with this update. I really don't care. Now moving on to the Marvel section, which there's a lot of, and I'm not going to talk about every single thing we had, because listen, because Marvel gets so many skins, it gives us the chance of actually getting stuff in the game, which I'm not going to complain about. Now I'm just going to go in order of when each of these came out. So starting off with the Infinity War and Endgame game modes, these were really cool. The Infinity War one was kind of groundbreaking for Fortnite at the time, because it was truly a huge collab at the time. Like, this was crazy. And it's one of the few things I actually look back at fondly in early chapter 1, but that's for another video. Now, unlike the movie, the Endgame update was much better than the Infinity War one in my opinion.
They were like, yo, can we get the pickaxe? They're like, nah, we'll give you his group. We'll give you the who wants a spraying emoji? Yikes.
You had 2 teams, kind of like how Team Rumble is, but I'm pretty sure it had less players. And one team would be the good guys, one team would be the bad guys. Bad guys had Thanos and a bunch of his army people, you know, his minions. And the good guys had the Avengers mythics, which were super fun to use. In my opinion, this is easily one of the best game modes we've ever gotten. But it's not the best Marvel game mode, because we're going to get into that in a second. Chapter 2 Season 2 rolled around, we got the Deadpool update, and what I really liked about this update was, obviously we didn't get any special powers, but we did get an exclusive gun just to Deadpool and his boss. And you guys know that's a big thing for me, because I really hate when a boss just has a better gun that's already in the game with just higher stats. It's just annoying. So at the time, it was really cool to get these. But yeah, he redesigned the yacht, he redesigned the battle bus, he even got his own cutscene in the item shop where he just threw a bunch of his stuff in there. Compared to some of the others in this video, it's a pretty small update, but it was pretty big at the time. And just a quick off note, we got a Captain America skin the next season, which didn't really impact the gameplay, but I had to bring it up here. Now this is where it got kind of crazy. We got an entire battle pass, an entire season just dedicated to Marvel. I already have a video on this, so if you want to go watch it, you can. But I consider this to be my second favorite season of all time. I love this season so much. We got good skins. We had Wolverine, Iron Man, Doctor Doom. We got bosses for the 3 of them. They had POIs all over the map with their own mythics. And what I love so much about these mythics were that it wasn't a gun that was already in the game. It wasn't even a gun in general. These were special powers powers that were actually shaking up the game and adding something to it that you had to get used to, which was super fun. And these bosses were peak, especially Wolverine. They were actually fun to fight, while at the same time not being too easy. At least Wolverine wasn't too easy. We also got all these POIs, like I said, even small ones around the map. And they didn't just stop at the boss mythics. There was a ton of other superpowers you could get from like the supply drones and everywhere else. So that was just, it was just sick. It was just a good season in general. And the best part about it was with all these powers, they made an entire game mode where you were just using like 4 of them. And each game of this LTM would be a bracket, like a tournament. And this was an incredible LTM. This is the best LTM of all time. I really don't care about any other LTM when it comes to this one. Then in Chapter 3, we got one of the most goated updates of all time. Where at the start, we got Daily Bugle, and there wasn't anything there yet. Other than that, it was just a good POI. Easily a top 3 for me. The spider webs are all around the place, really add on to it. But what really made this POI super good, and really just the season in general, were the web shooters. These are one of the best mythics of all time. I love these so much. They honestly did really well with the swinging. It was super fun. Half the time I wouldn't even play the actual game. I would just be swinging around with these, and the Spider-Man skin went super hard. It's one of the best Marvel skins we have in the game. And then quickly, just to keep going with the Spider-Man, we got the Spider-Verse update in Chapter 4, and this was an incredible update. One, because I love Miles Morales and 2099, but this brought back the web shooters, and honestly, I kind of like the web shooters more in this season just because of Mega City, which honestly kind of looked like 2099's New York. But overall, every time we get a Marvel update in this game, they just outdo themselves every time. And there's more than I even mentioned. I just don't want to spend the whole video talking about the Marvel ones. Now, Star Wars. I actually love these Star Wars updates so much, just mostly because of the lightsabers. The lightsabers are super fun to use. Anytime that I get to use melee combat in Fortnite, I just have a lot of fun. I don't know why. But also, I do just really love Star Wars. I've definitely grown away from it in recent years, but I do still love the franchise in general, especially the prequels, and I know that's controversial. But not just the lightsabers, we also got these blasters, obviously from Star Wars. And the peak of all Star Wars updates was when they added the Force to the game when Darth Maul came in Chapter 4. Holy toast, it was so fun to use. And it did crazy damage. And I swear it's not just a bias because I like the prequels, but the skins that we got, Anakin and Darth Maul, some of the best skins in the game. I love Anakin as a character, so I'm just happy to see him in the game. Obi-Wan came before this, but listen, now that we got all of them, it's pretty hype. But even in Chapter 2, when we just got the first updates, the stormtroopers all around the maps of the crashed jets, and you could fight them with the lightsabers and take the blasters from them, it really feels the same as now every time I see a stormtrooper in the game, and I know it's a bot. Because I'm not trying to be an asshole, but I don't think any actual person uses the Stormtrooper skin. I'm not even trying to hate on it. It looks kind of cool, but like, I don't even think anyone owns this skin. And obviously, Mandalorian in Chapter 2, Season 5, where he got his own little mini POI. Actually, he kind of got 2. He got his crashed spaceship, and then he also got that little Tatooine place. I don't know if it's Tatooine. I really don't know what this was. But it was some mini location from the show. And he had his own boss. Mythics, he had the mythic sniper that you could use, and then he had the jetpack, and I love the jetpack, to be honest. It's super fun to fly with, and the sniper kind of went crazy with it. In my opinion, the best part of his update though was his little LTM we got, Mando's bounty. It was super fun to track people down and eliminate them as your bounty, but also the more people you eliminate, you get points, and you can get a special umbrella for it. And I thought this umbrella looked sick, just like his skin did. And we got Baby Yoda, so kind of a W all around. But yeah, at this point we basically got a Star Wars update every single chapter since Chapter 2, so hopefully we'll go into Chapter 5 also. Now, I don't want to group all anime together. I know it's a little annoying, but it's just how I can get through it quick. Now, I've watched a few animes. I'm not too knowledgeable in anime, though. Speaking of that, we need Monster and Demon Slayer in this game. I don't think they'll add Monster, but Demon Slayer has maybe a chance. But going in order here, too, the most iconic anime update, in my opinion, was the Dragon Ball Z one with the Kamehameha and then the Nimbus Cloud. Both of these work super well together. You go up on the Nimbus Cloud and then stop halfway through to fucking blast someone. This is one of the most busted mythics they added, but also it was a little annoying if you got sniped with the air, but it makes sense with how overpowered this shit was. And we also got a little mini battle pass, but to my knowledge, there was no skins in here. It was just like a bunch of emotes, which is pretty cool too. We also got the Attack on Titan update, which was straight heat, bro. I've never watched Attack on Titan, like I said in my Chapter 4 video, but these were amazing. The skins went super hard. I don't know who the fuck Eren Yeager is, but shout out to him. Shout out to the girl that was in the item shop too, and those emotes were low-key funny. But the best part about this update was the ODM gear. Bro, flying around in these and chopping people up, they were cooking with this. Not just that, we also got the Thunder Spears that you could just throw at people and they blow up. That was pretty fire too. They weren't that useful to me, to be honest, but they were probably useful to someone out there. But that ODM gear was low-key crazy. Now the final anime update I want to talk about is the Jujutsu Kaisen update. This was fire. The skins look super cool, especially the ones in the streetwear. I don't know why I like them so much, but the fits low-key went hard. The mini battle pass also went super hard, but the mythics were the real star of the show. First of all, the hammer, the scarecrow thing or whatever, that was actually fire. It was kind of funny how it was used. You were just throwing nails at people, but I don't really care how it looks, it just was fun to use. And the purple hollow was also low-key sick. It was just kind of intimidating how some big purple ball was just darting towards you. But yeah, Epic needs to keep going with these anime updates. They're actually so good. Now, I really only have one DC thing I want to talk about, mostly because I'm pretty sure it's the only DC thing there is. I mean, maybe not, but it just seems like there's a lot of DC skins in this game, but like, we never really get anything for them. But back in Chapter 1, we did get Gotham City, and this was fire, bro. This was heat, because we got the Batman skin, the Catwoman skin, but we got all these Batman mythics. We got his little shurikens or whatever you want to call them, and they would blow up after they fell off the wall. I don't really remember how they were used, but then we also got the grapple gun, which from what I remember, it was just a remask of the grappler, which I'm not complaining about. It was kind of cool, but the best part of this update was definitely Gotham City. I'm not even that big of a DC fan, but I do like Batman, so W little update they got. When it comes to Fortnite, I'm not just going to play some generic gun game. I'm going to actually have some fun, and I want them to add the crazy shit to the game all the time. That's actually going to shake it up. I know a lot of people don't want that, but I don't even want like really crazy shit. I just want something fun to use that's going to be new. Like, I want it to be refreshing and all of that. And I feel like these collabs really do it well, and I think a lot of the actual fan base would be a little more forgiving when the collabs come if you gave it something in the game for it. Some of them would probably hate it even more because some people just like the game for what it is, a gun game, but that's just not the way I see Fortnite in the modern day. Overall though, these collabs were just insane. I hope Fortnite can keep doing what they're doing, but right now they are cooking with this TMNT collab. I have never been more happy in my life to see shit like this. But hey, maybe you guys agree, maybe you disagree. Tell me what you think in the comments, and I'll see you guys later.